This is Adria. So, this was a question that came in for the angels related to this time and travel, particularly airport security millimetric scanners. Are they causing any DNA damage? And related to the 12-strand DNA activation, are scanners like this in the airports, cell networks, or any other technology designed to counter the activation of the DNA? And so the question is, can I go through these scanners without fear or consequence? And I'll just ask the angels to take that broad too, because there may be other technologies for us to be aware of related to our awakening DNA. This is Angel Ariel. If fear is not helpful in this case, awareness is. Yes. So you had also asked about 5G networks and the relationship to fifth dimensional living. Those two are, although they have the number 5, they are a bit counterproductive. So 5G will pull towards third dimension. Fifth dimensional light and frequency will start to shake off any of those ill effects from environmental toxins, radiation of various kinds, and electromagnetic, harmful or overly strong electromagnetic pulse. So as you live more and more in fifth dimensional light or fifth dimensional frequency, or fifth dimensional timeline, those are all synonymous from angelic perspective. Your body self, the new DNA and the new cellular structure, shake that off more easily. And third dimensional structures liked to hold, physical structures like to hold all of that. And so you had to detox in very mindful or practical or forceful ways, but you had to force that a little, coax it along, the detoxification or the protection, the shielding from these technologies. In fifth dimension, we would say you essentially lift up out of that bandwidth of toxicity in thinking, as well as environmental toxicity. There's more plasticity in the cellular structure once you reside in fifth dimension. We're not talking about just visiting now, but once you uplift and reside in fifth dimension, it's easier to shake off whatever comes your way, as energetic attacks or just environmental pollution that happens to be there coincidentally. So when you go through biometric scanners, or you live or transit near a large cell tower of some kind, or you're in a place where there's a lot of lead or mercury toxins, we'll put these all in the same boat, which is the more that you are attuned to fifth dimensional light in your daily life, the less this is going to affect you. Because if there's any need for repair, or you might say ejecting, detox, the fifth dimensional cellular structure and the 12-dimensional DNA, once it's active, knows how to calibrate, recalibrate. It's a little bit like house cleaning. It's an ongoing thing, right? The toxicity may build up for a little while on this planet. You continue to be exposed to these things, whether you like it or not. When you travel or you're driving on the road near a large cell tower, or drinking certain water sources, lead in the pipes or mercury in the water supply, that kind of thing. You can't necessarily protect against all of those things, or certainly not without staying in a very isolated, very pure environment. Instead, we would suggest, yes, of course, do what you can to limit exposure. At the same time, feel free. Don't let those things be an imprisonment where you feel you can't live your life and go where you want to go, move and be with others. Good. So understand the fifth dimensional self, which you're coming into, which will be more of a day-to-day experience, intrinsically knows how to repair any damage from these systems, whether the damage is incidental or intended harm, right? Generally speaking, yes, there are those who would wish you not to activate and stay active in terms of the DNA, but any of those technologies or intents are not strong enough to keep you from living in fifth dimension. If it's your intention to live in fifth dimension, please do so, and know that that in and of itself will be enough to protect you. There may be some temporary setbacks. You may feel it in your energy when you move through biometric scan, or when you move again near a cell tower or something like this. These are the two technologies in the question. But then just have the intention to move yourself back to fifth dimension, to have that intention that your DNA, the 12 strands of your DNA, continue to activate and enliven and awake, and they'll do the work themselves of bringing you back into balance. These technologies are not going to do you irreparable harm. Yes, they're not very friendly. And yes, your energetic self is stronger. So fear is not needed. Awareness is.